You know me, SDMT. Let's get it, baby. But before we do, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications, man. Let's get right to it, man. Tom Brady, the GOAT, man, looks goofy as hell with his recent quote that he said that defenders shouldn't be able to tackle low, you know what I mean, underneath the knees and the legs, which is goofy as hell, man. He's like that old man, you know what I mean? Get off my lawn, you know what I mean? If you can't deal with it, you need to retire and leave the game, okay? Defense has been watered down and taken out the game enough, you know what I mean? You can't hit high, you know what I mean? You can't, hit too hard and target and all this. At the same situation, you have a moving target. So theoretically, yeah, you can hit guys in the waist all day, but the tackle target is so small these days. You know what I mean? So if you take out legs and you can only hit them from the chest to the waist, that's going to be way too hard. Guys are catching the ball, dipping their head down. You know what I mean? Guys are hitting spins, jumping. It's a lot of different things going on. It's hard enough for defenders just to make tackles, man. You telling them they can't go low. And who's going to tackle big-ass Gronk high? You know what I mean? You got to take them legs out. You know what I mean? But it's funny. Tom Brady has these great ideas when it's his team that gets injured. When it's other teams or his team's doing it, he has nothing to say. That tells you a lot. It just comes down to you got to deal with all these injuries that they're having. He has to deal with it. And then, you know what I mean? He has to understand we don't want flag football. If you keep watering it down, it's not going to be tackle football after all. Wow, you know what I'm saying? We got all the CTE. We got a lot of things going on. We can't hit the head. Okay, but them taking out them ankles and going in there like that, that's part of the game. It's always been that way. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it sucks. Godwin got injured. A lot of these guys are getting hit, but that's football, man. You're going to get injured. You know what I mean? What do you want to put a softer turf down, you know what I'm saying, like the cushion turf, so when it'd be less concussions. Guys aren't getting hit in the head, but they're hitting their head on a turf getting concussion. So we can't stop all injuries, and we can't just take defense out the game. We got quarterbacks, receivers breaking records every week. You know what I mean? Because you can barely play defense. And defenders are breaking records because they passing all the time. You know what I mean? We got the most interceptions and the most sacks for a reason. They made this fantasy football league to break records and push the stats more than the purity of the game. If you're a football purist, you know Tom Brady is goofy as hell. A lot of you fanboys, you can't be real about, you know what I mean, disagreeing with Tom Brady. And I'm a Michigan fan. It's go blue, you know what I mean? We got the best player ever went to go blue, so I'm going to take that. But at the end of the day, Tom Brady is goofy as hell, pretty much trying to take defense out the game even more after he already said this offseason that they've been taking defense out the game too much. And now for you to say something like this, yeah, it's definitely, you know what I mean, going against what you said in the offseason, and it's almost hypocritical. So at this point, man, Tom Brady is goofy as hell, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications. And that's a wrap on SDMT.